Oh, hello there, Grasshoppers. Welcome to the Bot Signal. My name is RJ Redden. Entrepreneurs hire me to skyrocket their marketing message because most feel like they're shouting into a black hole, or they can't get traction online to save their lives, and they're a carbon copy of everybody else. So I create epic engagement experiences. Not reach experiences, my friend, engagement experiences that get people to click that button, connect with you, and convert like crazy. Bottom line, I'm on a mission to motivate 1 million people to change their marketing, and today we're going to start with you. So today, perhaps my favorite show of the whole week, because we don't celebrate our wins enough. We just don't. We're entrepreneurs. We work for months on a project, a launch, a something, and then we, nose to the grindstone. And then when it happens, we go, okay, what's next? We forget. We need to step back. We need to have a little perspective and reflection and figure out what we learned this week. Figure out how we won this week. Celebrate the wins. I don't know about you, but sometimes I spend way too much time thinking about all the times I didn't win, all the things that could be improved. You know what? It's cool. It's healthy to think about what can be improved. But if all you ever do is think about how you missed the boat, then that puts you in a mindset that kind of really sucks. Let's just say it sucks. When all you're doing is thinking about how you're losing, I encourage you to get out of that as soon as possible. In fact, if you're watching this, get out of that mindset right now. Just do it. Just do it. Turn your brain back to this week. What have you done this week that's been a win for you? Personal? Cool. Business? Yes. Big? We'll take that. Small? I don't care. We will take it all. Pile it in the comments for me. While I'm waiting for those comments, I'm going to share with you some of my wins for this week because we had plenty. It was amazing. So, many of you know that we've reached a scale in my business where we need to reevaluate kind of what we do for a communication system with all of the little things. Because right now, it's really important to hit all the little things. It just really is. People are having a hard time. Not everybody's having a hard time, by the way. Some people are totally not. But a lot of people are in situations they want to know that things are going well. They want to know their money is spent in the right place. So little things are important. Nothing can slip through the gaps. Here's what we did. Last week, we instituted a morning meeting. Just a morning meeting. We get together, we talk about our obstacles for the day. Usually we solve them for each other, and then we move on with our work. That in itself has been invaluable. That in itself. It doesn't have to be a long meeting, but touching base with everybody, seeing what's going on. How can I help? That's huge. That has been huge for me. Now, another thing that we did was we got basically a project management tool. Now, that comes with this admonition warning. And that warning is never take a human problem and try to throw a keyboard at it. Software doesn't solve everything. And I build software for you for a living. I know exactly what it can do and exactly what it can't do. It can't replace a human touch. It can mimic it, but it can't replace it. And so if you're struggling in your organization with teams and not knowing how to manage stuff and maybe not feeling like you're the best manager in the world, here's the thing. You can totally do this. But talk to the humans involved first. That's what I did. And so we got some software. We've spent some time setting it up. And now it seems to be, boop, running smoothly. I always do that with software, people. You gotta. We've got a win this week from Facebook user. Hello, Facebook user. Good to see you. I had conversations that opened my eyes to other people's experiences and perspectives. Ain't that the thing? Ain't that the thing? We kind of forget. We like to rely on safe options, and not even safe options, at least options where we know exactly what's going to happen. We may not like what's going to happen, what we think is going to happen, but we tend to rely on the same old set of options everywhere we go. And so last night, because I'm a huge nerd for Star Trek and Star Wars, I mean, just if it has star in the name, I'm good. So, watching the last episode of Star Trek The Next Generation last night. If you're familiar, there is a character who comes in and just messes with the people on the ship a lot. And he was doing one of his current jobs messing with people. The lesson that came out of that was the biggest exploration that you can do is inside your own head. The biggest exploration you can do is looking for other people's experiences and perspectives, looking for those to use as different options. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? They're on a ship, they're exploring the galaxy. You know the whole story. If you don't, PM me and I'll tell you. It's fine. Anyway, there we are on a ship that's exploring the universe. And what they're saying is the biggest exploration you can do is to open up your options. Open up your options. Today's a great day to do that, people. It's Friday. It's Friday. Maybe you're working the weekend at your desk. I'm not. That burns me out too fast. But maybe you are. Maybe you're going to spend a lot of time there. Totally cool. I've done it. I know. Do take some time for yourself. Seriously, it's hugely helpful. But it's Friday. It's one of those days that if you wanted to research some different options around what you're currently doing, it's a perfect day to do so. Particularly in the afternoon. Anyway, thanks for putting that down, my friend. If you're new around here, go ahead and put your wins in the comments and I will help you celebrate them because they're pretty huge. Some fireworks for my Facebook user friend here. Congratulations for being open and having different conversations with people. I'll tell you another win we had this week. And this is a geeky win, everybody. Okay. This win is not for everyone, but for me, it was Geek Christmas. It was beautiful, darling. So, along with, some project management stuff we've adopted this week, there was also something that happened that was just pretty darn amazing. And that was, finding a good drawing program where I can kind of diagram out a flow of things. Not a flow chart, people. There are rules with flow charts that you have to use certain boxes for certain things. I can't go by the rules. I can't write on lined paper, people. So I've been looking for a program that will help me effectively draw out a mental model of how things go in a challenge, of when people get what piece of information. Because here's the problem, the curse of knowledge. I have it in my head what a bot looks like. I know exactly what's happening on the front end of it. I know exactly what's happening on the back end of it. And when people ask questions, I'm able to shoot them answers, which is nice, but they can't see it. They can't see it. They don't know what's going on in my head. I don't have the thought transfer power yet. I've applied. So not having that yet brings me, of course, to having to explain. But when you're explaining computer stuff, It's really hard for people to understand. They don't see what you see. They have to be, almost has to be visual. So this week I found a program that will allow me to effectively and non-tech geekery way to effectively explain this message comes, this happens in the background. Then this message comes, this happens in the background. I can show people what is going to be happening. And that, I think, is going to make me much more powerful as a person who runs a business, to explain to non-techie people, which is mostly what I deal with, what's going on frame by frame, so to speak. Almost like a little storyboard for your bot. So my friends, that was a huge win this week. Gosh, I spent a lot of time exploring that and exploring where I can use it to help my customers understand, without going too deeply into all the, well, this database connects here to this message. And then, yeah, nobody wants to hear that. I say the word database, glaze. That's it. That's it. Nobody wants to know what a database is, which is fine. Which is fine. They don't need to care about that. If they do, great. But if they don't, great. I can do it. I can make it happen. So there was that win as well. Again, if you're watching this, pile your wins into the comments. Now, if you don't want to pile it into the comments, I get it. I get it. Some people just don't want to be, doing this all out loud in public. It's fine. PM me instead. It's fine. PM me your wins. I want to know. I want to know what's happening for you out there. I want to know what hurdles, big or small, you got over this week. I want to know, because we all deserve to be celebrated. We all deserve to get a little bit of love, and especially on Friday, baby, where we're heading into that weekend. So more wins this week. I'm just going to keep going until I run out, or I see some stuff in the comments. Another win this week. Many of you know that last weekend I had a little issue with one of my eyeballs. Yes, woke up in the middle of the night in a sufficient amount of pain to wake up my wife when we went to the emergency room. Corneal abrasion is what they said. They gave me some drops. And they told me stay off of my contacts. They said I only had to stay off of them for a couple of days, but I've been off of them this entire week. And my friends, today's the last day of that. I'm celebrating because I just, these glasses. Okay, let me explain. Let me back up and give you some material that you might enjoy knowing. My dog is right here most of the time. Now, right now, he's not there because my wife is home. And when my wife is home, I don't exist for the dog. But most of the time, he's right here beside me when I'm having appointments, when I'm on the air, everything. And he's my office assistant. So the problem there with the glasses is that he loves to come up and lick my face. I love it. But these are in the way. And every time he does, I get another layer of stuff that I'm kind of fighting to see through at the end of the day. So I'm hugely celebrating that win, that I get to start wearing my contacts again tomorrow. And it's just going to be a better deal for me. Absolutely altogether. I'm going to give fireworks for that one too, because that is special. More wins. This week, I am asking my graphics person. Her name is Fifi Rose, if you need a graphics person, people. Fifi Rose is going to draw me a cape for the back of coffee cups and water bottles. Many of you know, and I can't put my hands on it right now, that many times I have a little cape that's kind of rubber banded to the back of my cup. Everyone loves the cape, but it's real expensive to get those little rubber band guys made. Why don't I just print 2 sides? Why don't I have little black belt bots here, a little capey right here? Why not? So, Fifi Rose is turning out her beautiful, incredible, and incredibly affordable work for me right now. Facebook user says, yes. I also agree. I think that that's a huge celebration. I'm excitedly waiting for that to come to me as well. I've never really sought to do merchandising before. Good morning, Coach Jenny. What are you doing here? I am so happy to see you, my friend. I missed out on a chance to hang out with Coach Jenny last week, and my heart has had a Coach Jenny-sized hole in it since then. Everybody, if you don't know Coach Jenny, get to know her, please. She is author of Hilda, and will help you with that inner naysayer in your brain. So hit her up, people. Coach Jenny, we're putting our wins down for the week. So if you've got one, throw it and we'll celebrate you. All right. Other wins this week. I have, as you know, some of you know, I've been doing a lot of reaching out on LinkedIn, a lot of making connections with people, all of that kind of stuff. And it really, it's taken, it doesn't take a long time, but I've been very, very consistent about it. At this moment, I have been reaching out to people that have reached out to me first. I'm a little shy sometimes, kids. And this week, what I started doing was reaching out directly to people, saying hello, seeing if they need anything. Just seeing if they need anything. Maybe people need a chat. I'm not, sales first is not the way to go. When you don't know someone directly, sales first is just not the way to go. They need to know if, know, like, and trust. You got to develop that factor. And so I'm reaching out to people, seeing if they want to chat, seeing if something's going on, seeing if I can help with some of those problems. I can't help with them all. But here's the thing. I have a network of people who are so strong in what they do. And sometimes it ain't me, but it's somebody else helping somebody else. I get something out of that. I don't get any money out of that. I get something here out of that. And that's important to me. It's important for me to feed what's going on in my head every single day. I ain't waiting until the weekend, people, and neither should you. It's an important thing to be able to go, I did something awesome today. I am something awesome. This is awesome. It's important for me to feel that way every day, even just a little bit, even if it's for 5 minutes. It's a big deal for me. Coach Jenny says, oh, I have a win. Duh. My no matter what event registration closed last night, and 25 amazing humans are attending this epic virtual event. She says she's thrilled. I'm thrilled. Let's put that up. Coach Jenny, could you drop the link in the comments? Wait, shit. No, you can't, because the registration is closed. I'm so sorry. It looks like I'm a day late on this. But if you have a link to a freebie or something where people can start experiencing your greatness, that would be fabulous as well. So everybody, Coach Jenny, huge win. We're going to put up this lady to clap for you. Thank you for reporting, Jenny. That is awesome. That's awesome sauce. It really is. Facebook user again. I learned a fact about you yesterday that made me laugh out loud. I won't say it here, just in case you want to keep it to yourself. Total win. Okay. People are learning facts about me. That was almost as vague as you can get. But it's fabulous. It's absolutely fabulous. So we will put up some cool stuff for you as well. Whoops. that one got a little bit over. Okay, so very good. I want to thank you guys. I want to thank you for stopping by and and winning with me on this Friday morning because this is the most important. This is the most important show that I do all week. I know. I talk about bots all the time. People love it. I talk about, things you can do. I invite other people on to have little interviews and stuff. We just had Tony Warnakia yesterday. It was so cool. But this is the most important show that I do every week. So 10 a.m. people, weekdays, stop by. Stop by again next Friday because I love ya. And that's all the wins that I have to report for you this week. Thanks everybody for participating, and I'll see you in a bot.